Hello YouTube, it's Mason Sushi here. Man, it's been a long time. I think it's 8 months since I've recorded a video for YouTube. 2011 was a hard year for me. I ended up having 2 major surgeries that calendar year, and so I ended up not recording. The first one I'm not going to go into is kind of personal, but the second one I ended up having a disc in my neck replaced, and so there were long recovery times for both of them. And honestly, some of my collecting kind of slowed down a little bit in that year because of the surgeries and stuff. I didn't have the money to go out and buy as much, and I kind of was just out of it a little bit, you know. And I think collecting goes through that, you know. It goes through your peaks and valleys. It's hard to always be on it 100%, you know. But I've been watching videos and, you know, staying up with the collecting community a little bit. Not so much participating, you know, in making videos, but still watching videos from some of the YouTubers I really enjoy and kind of keeping up on members on NA a little bit. My work ended up, my company ended up getting purchased by another company, and the new company ended up blocking Nintendo Age. I'm fortunate enough I can do YouTube on there, but Nintendo Age ended up getting blocked when the new company purchased the old company. So when that happened, I have a lot less time to get on it. So I haven't been as active in that community as I'd like to be either. So, but one of my favorite YouTubers, Doginmylense, you know, keeps in touch with me every once in a while, and she sent me a random YouTube message the other day and asked for my address because she said she had a surprise for me. And I love Holly. I think I watch every one of her videos. Some of them I watch twice because I just think they're fantastic. Down to earth girl, and she's from Canada. If you haven't seen her channel, really watch it. Watch all the videos because you'll love it. But she sent me a package. It arrived a couple days ago. I had to find my camcorder and make sure it was charged and all. I got a package here from Canada. The only thing I know about it is it's in one of her following messages mentioned it was an NES game, and she said she didn't know anything about it. So hopefully I, you know something about it. I don't know everything about every single NES game. There's some Nintendo collectors that only collect NES and then, you know, learn the minutia of the system and dates and which creator created every game on it. I mean, I collect the system, but I don't go into that detail. So fortunately, it's something I know something about. If not, I'll find out. Find another collector that will definitely find us the information. So, without further ado, this is really nice, Holly. Thank you. I wasn't expecting anything. Oh, nice. Oh, this is the one, Holly, you got on your... The honeybee. She got me a 60 pin to 70 pin to 60 pin to 72 pin connector, the honeybee, and the multi-cart. This is the one that I believe this is the one she had on her channel. Actually, is it, Holly? I believe so. This looks like the one that you found at a shop. What it is? Yeah, it's just a straight up connector. Honeybee makes the quality connectors. They're the most reliable. You know, you mentioned in your video, was it the Hudson Bee? And I honestly don't know. I'll look it up and I'll you know what I'll do? I'll do a first impressions video of this and I'll look up exactly what the honeybee is for. These multi-carts are fantastic. Actually, I did a review of a Famicom multi-cart. Is it a 52-in-1 or something? When my channel first started. I do have an AV Famicom and a disc system. And I'll plug this thing in and see what games are on it. The thing about the multi-carts is they're pretty generic across the board on a lot of games. But the thing is, there's select ones that tend to be sought after and highly collectible because they have certain ROMs on them that are, you know, kind of unique. Like they'll have a special Mario World hack version or something like that. And I mean, a lot of them have Contra and you know, Devil World and Puyan and stuff like that. But 1942. but it's the unique titles that end up getting dropped on some of them. So I'm really excited to check out what this is, and see if I'm fortunate enough that the one that you gave me has one of those titles on there, because I really kind of hope it has the Mario World one. I'm really looking forward to trying that. And thank you a lot. It means a lot that you did this and thought of me. I'll look up more of the history. I do know, like I said, that the honeybee converters are the most sought after. Actually, they're fairly expensive. Actually, I know people that pay anywhere from $30 to $50 for one. They're really sought after. A lot of people hack up gyromites, cut the case down almost like this, attach a string, and then have their own converter. But it's all jaggedy and hacked up. This is a really nice honeybee converter. I'm excited. But thank you. But I guess I'll give you guys a little bit. Oh wow, there's a note. Fell out, didn't even see it. Here's what it says. Hi Mason, here's a gift for you. I don't know anything about this game. I found it pretty rough condition for $1. It cleaned up and added a new ribbon. It came out pretty nice. Yeah, see, I was thinking about that because I saw your video on this and I don't recall it having a ribbon. Pretty nice considering. It works, but it's fussy. Mike, Sinister Man. Oh, Sinister Man from YouTube swears it's worth $400. It only cost me $1, and I couldn't think of a better person to give it to. Thanks again for all your kindness over the years. Your friend, Holly. Holly, you are a fantastic YouTuber, okay? And I really don't know what to say. It's really nice that you thought of me. To be honest, multi-carts aren't worth $400. General multi-carts will run, you can find some as cheap as like $15, $20. If it has one of those unique titles on there that I was talking about, they can get kind of pricey. I don't think $400 pricey. They're probably more of like $75-ish. They can get up there a little bit. But hi guys, back part 2. Sorry about that. The other video cut out on me. I was commenting about the value of them. I was saying that they range from about $15 to $80, $75-$80. So thank you, Holly, again for the part 2 video because my camera died, battery. Anyway, I guess I'll tell you what I've been up to since it's been so long. I played Skylanders. I got bit by the Skylanders bug in February. People were talking about it. I didn't know much about it. I thought, what are these little plastic toys? And everyone was just going crazy for them. And so I ended up, looking at them, and people kept saying, yeah, they're kind of like, Gauntlet. So, I bought up a few of the figures, and I waited, and then Toys R Us had a 50% off, and I ended up buying the game for like $35 for the Xbox. And after I bought it, I just got obsessed with collecting all the figures. That's the whole collector in me. So right now I have at least one of every kind of figure except for Whamshell, the last guy. But me and my buddy went through and beat the game, and we had a blast. And I think the most fun of the game is just leveling the characters and seeing what kind of powers they have. Yeah, it's easy, but still a great amount of fun. And what else did we do? Oh, the guy, I think his name's Patrick Warburton. I believe that's his name. He did Seinfeld and the voice of Kronk. I believe he did one of the characters in there. If not, they had a guy that tried to mimic his voice because it sounded just like him. But I think the game was also written by the writers from Toy Story, I believe, because it has some of the same kind of humor. What else have I been playing? I'm getting ready to start Rayman Origins on the PS3. The same buddy of mine that played with Skylanders will play that. He's into the older 2D kind of games. I really haven't played much in the way of my old stuff. I just kind of been on a weird kick here recently. I'm kind of sick of playing the new games. I've been picking up PS3 games when I can. I've been picking up some of the fighters. I have 2 Mad Catz Tournament Edition sticks for the PS3. I have one for the Xbox that I got from GameStop early last year, but it was in its box. And they one of the GameStop's guys, they brought it in, and at the time they didn't have a SKU for joysticks, so they brought it in as a controller. I mean, it's perfect for the Xbox 360, and they sold it used to me for $35. So $150 joystick I got for $35. I already have 2 on the PS3, so now I got 1 on the 360. I kind of need 1 more to so I can play the fighting games on that. I've been kind of picking up the system discs for the PS3. Sorry, I'm looking around. I'm trying to look at different things in my room to talk about, but my PS3 discs, I've been picking up some of the system discs for it. For the system updates for the kiosk, I think they'll be good things to hold on to for collecting purposes. I also acquired two kiosks, a PS3 and a Wii. They were throwing them out, and they actually had gutted it and tossed all the parts in the dumpster. So, yes, I did go dumpster diving and pick out all the parts. It did not have a television or the system. But I did go dumpster diving and grab up, all the parts, or a vast majority of the parts, enough to make it worth it. So then all you have to do is find a little flat screen to mount to it, and then a little cheap system in the future. And maybe a light bulb broke or something. But that'll be kind of cool. And they're sitting in my garage. Damn, those things are heavy. Also, what else have I been doing game-wise? I don't know. Really? I got a PSP. I don't have a PSP yet. I got like 30, 40 games over there. Don't have a PSP. But this is the UMD of Queen, the making of A Night of the Opera. This was a PAL release. I don't think it came out here. And this is the PAL version. And our store here, one of our GameStops, had like 2 or 3 of them for $1.79. And for $1.79, and I like Queen, so I was like, I'll throw it on the shelf. What else? Trying to pick up games as I find them. Trying to look around. Got some empty cases. I really need to buckle down and finish my collection. I still have not finished the TurboGrafx 16. I recently got Sinstron and Deep Blue. Deep Blue sucks. Don't play it or waste your money on it unless you're going for a set. I'm still about 15 cartridges, 20 cartridges for my N64. The problem is, for my N64, it's easy. I can find them, a vast majority of them, at my local game shop. And, one of the Nintendo Age, my friends from Nintendo Age, Paul, from my Nintendo Age brothers, say hi. He sent me Out of the Blue a game for the system through someone else, and which was awesome for my set. Kind of sparked me back into getting it. And then the last set, what's my 3 sets? Oh, my Master System. I'm still like 15 away from that. So like, I'm really close, and it's been like 2 years like this. I mean, I go through that. I'll go through years where I'm just spending a ridiculous amount of money on games or high-end stuff, and then I go to other systems, and I go back and forth, back and forth. I don't know why I just don't pick something and stick with it. I think I get sick of it. Like, I got burned out on the Master System, hunting everything down. It was kind of a pain in the ass because, I'm sitting there trying to buy these things, and I'm at a point now where people have like one game. They don't have groups of games. So it's like I'm getting killed on shipping. It's like $5, $6 for the game, $5 to ship. And finding people that have a few of what I want is tough. Or they'll have the PAL version, and they want to sell it to me and say they swear it's the US version, and it's not. So, Master System's kind of tough, especially because the PAL situation there. N64 is just laziness. I mean, I could find that. If I just really, if I went on NA and really just, posted what I needed, I could buy a group, of my games in bulk from a few people and then finish it out and just not have to worry about it. And then I want to buy the end labels. Speaking of labels, one of the things I did do this year was I purchased the package of end labels you can get. There's a member on TurboGrafx, the TurboGrafx site. PC Engine FX, thank you. And he sells, Sparky, I believe is his name, and he sells labels, replacement labels for TurboGrafx games, for the Hue cards, because the later releases didn't have any, and then also because they get torn up because they did a great idea and put the labels outside the case. So he sells replacement labels. I bought a package of those, and I've since labeled all my cards. I also purchased earlier last year, I purchased 20-some of the football games, and I gutted them for the cases and sleeves so I could put Hue cases on all my TTI games that were Hue. So they're all cased and labeled. Look real sharp on my my case over there, my shelf. And when I get the last few games, if and when, and I am just getting the games, the 2 system cards, 2.0 and 3.0 I'm not getting because they're not games. don't need them. They're not games. You know, some snotty turbo collector will say, "Oh, you gotta have them." You know, screw you. I don't. But I'll have all the U.S. released games, and about 15 or so. And they're all common. I have all the rare ones, Magical Chase and Bonk 3 and all. But you know, I'll tell you the one that really kind of I think is the one for that system. Sorry, random ADD rant, but the one that I think is really the most difficult one to track down was the Legend Hero Toma. I really think that's harder to find than Magical Chase, personally. You know, everyone thinks that's rare. I don't think that one's as rare as most people believe. I just think it's in demand because there's it's kind of like stadium events. Ooh, you know. So if you're someone that has the Legend Hero Toma, hold on to it because I think that one in the future will be one that spikes up crazy. And I've been picking up some random PS2 games for the collection, RPG stuff when I can find them good buys because they're clearing them out. I also enjoy getting steelbooks for systems. So I go by the GameStops and the people that know me, and I ask for their steelbooks, and they give them to me because all the GameStop needs is the case. I mean, the game, they don't care about the case, so they'll just make up a generic case, throw it on the shelf. I'll get the steelbook, and then, when the game drops to like $10-15, I then buy it cheap, throw it in the case, bam, I got it. I still have like a Mafia 2 for the PS3 that needs a disc. What else? I ended up buying The Darkness 2. Someone had traded in a PAL version of the Steelbook. So I got that. Predator, Aliens vs. Predator for the 360. I ended up getting a Steelbook for need a disc. But, that's something on the side I've been kind of doing. And it's kind of fun, everyone hates on GameStop, but they tend to be okay if you aren't assholes to them and you treat them nice. They're just guys that like games. Some of them are just idiots. But I guess I'm fortunate in the ones that are around my area are pretty cool. If there's something I want, they have my number at the store. They'll call me and I'll get them to hold it and I'll swing by and pick it up. But I fill out the surveys. They ask you to do it and I fill out the surveys. They hook me up. It's a win-win for everybody. So yeah, I've just been kind of rolling along. One of the things I'd like everyone that's watching, the people, if I still have any members that are subscribed to me, I want to apologize, people, again, for the long wait. But if I have anyone that wants me to do anything specific, because I haven't done anything in a while, I'm going to do impressions of this for Holly. And but other than that one video, if there's something that you want to see that I have, or you think I might have, shout out at me. Drop a message here in the box. Let me know. I do check to see the comments. I respond sometimes. I got to the point where people were making such... I don't mind constructive criticism, but just some people are a-holes. And I understand that when you do this kind of thing, you'll just have people that are jerks, whatever. But, I enjoy suggestions. So please, if there's something I have, or you think I have it, ask. And if I don't, if it's something on my list anyway, I might just pick it up just to do it for you. If it's, you want to see one Turbo Hue game I don't have yet, and it's like, well, I'll pick it up because so-and-so wants me to do it. I'll do it, and I'll throw it on my shelf. So, if it within reason, of course. But let me know. I'll do whatever. And happy gaming, guys. Glad to be back. Thank you again, Holly.